Hello, good evening. I'm Sujay Mesh and I'm here to talk about the size of the web. Some of the contents we're going to go through today is what is internet, what is the World Wide Web, what are the differences between those two, and some of the parts of the web like the visual web and the deep web, and also about the size of the web, few of the methods to estimate the size of the web, Zipf's law, and also graphs for Google estimation, Bing estimation, and also a graph of the total size of the web. What is the Internet? Internet is a global connection of networks. It's a massive network of networks which connects millions of computers together, in which any computer can communicate with any other computer as long as they're both connected through the Internet. The operators can choose the Internet services to use and which local services they want to make available to the global Internet. And what is web? Is Internet and the web synonymous? Are they one and the same? No, definitely not. A web is a system of Internet servers that supports specially formatted documents as well as graphics, audio, video, and other files. It allows users to interact and collaborate with each other. The documents are formatted in a markup language called HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. It supports links to other documents as well as all the other things we read above. This means that you can jump from one document to another just by clicking the hotspots. Basically, like tagging. The web allows users to interact and collaborate with each other. It's just a way of accessing information over the medium of internet. The web is a huge chunk of the internet, but not completely the internet. The basic difference between the internet and the World Wide Web is that internet links your computers and other computers around the world in a way of transporting data or content, whereas the web is a software that lets you use that content or even contribute your own. The web, running mostly on the invisible internet, is what you see and click on your browsers. Now let us go into detail about the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web has something called surface web and the deep web. The surface web is what you can see and what is accessible to normal general public. It is what you get when you search on the internet, and all these pages are documented and are indexed. The surface web uses normal browsers to relay the data and the information. But what is deep web? It is the exact opposite of surface web. It is the parts of the World Wide Web that are not indexed by regular browsers and search engines. They cannot be tracked by traditional web browsers. Usually, the sketchy part of the web, where you're definitely going to get caught if you go in there without any security measures, they're hidden over layers and layers of content. It's not easy to access the deep web, and you cannot access it using your normal browsers. You need special browsers for those. And more often than not, the deep web is used for sketchy parts of the internet. Now, this is just a picture of the difference between the internet, the normal surface web, and the deep web. The surface web is just the tip of the iceberg you see of the whole World Wide Web. The deep web is generally known to be 500 times the size of the surface web. Now let's go into what the size of the web really is. As of September 2014, there were almost a billion websites on the internet. But this is only an estimate because size of the web changes constantly. You cannot put a single number to it because many number of websites go defunct each second, and that many number of websites, new websites are created every second. The size of the web we talk about is only the surface web, the index part of the web that is calculated and estimated, because there is no possible way that we can calculate the size of the deep web. Well, this is just a infograph of the size of the web from year 2000 to 2016. As you can see, every year the number of websites have kept on increasing and increasing rapid rate. The number of websites have grown exponentially. Probably someday soon they might even overtake the population of Earth. So then, how do you calculate the size of the web? Well, with the constant change in surface web and with the unquantifiability of the deep web, it's very difficult to give an estimate on the size of the web. But we do know that the size of the web is growing every day. So, what makes a website a website? To calculate the size of the web, we need proper variables. We need the total number of websites that are there. So, for that, what all the parameters do we consider? Is a blog considered a website? Can a single website be actually a host of several other websites? And if it is, do we calculate each of the website as a separate entity, or do we calculate the single website which is actually the host? Well, for that, we need to have a unique host name. The websites that have unique host name and they have a proper valid IP address which can be resolved, that's when we consider it to be an indexed website. These are the websites that go into the estimation of the size. So how is it estimated? Well, some estimations are based on the number of pages indexed by the search engines. Some do it by estimating the word frequencies for the corpus size extrapolation, and some do it by using Zipf's law. So what is Zipf's law? Well, Zipf's law states that the frequency of any word is inversely proportional to its rank in the frequency table. Well, it means that the most frequent word will occur approximately twice as often as the second most frequent word and three times as often as the third most frequent word, etc. etc. It goes on like that. And why is it relevant to our website? Well, because when you search for common words on the Google search or Bing search, there is a lot of websites that recur. And in order to take away all those, we use Zipf's law to get a clearer picture of what the estimate really is. The formula for Zipf's law is this: if n is the number of elements and k is their rank and s is the exponent characterizing the distribution, then it predicts that out of a population of n elements, the frequency of elements of rank k is 1 by k power s divided by sigma n is equal to 1 to n, 1 divided by n to power of s. Now, this is a graph of the size of the web estimated by Google search engine. using Zipf's law. This is the graph which is estimated over the last 2 years. As you can see, there is not much change, but there are fluctuations. Those fluctuations are due to the changes in the number of web pages, because as we know that some web pages go defunct and new web pages are created every day. And now next let's go to Bing. This is the graph of Bing searches from over the last 2 years. As we can see, it's not as huge as the Google one, and it's also fluctuating very much because the web crawlers in the Google are far better than Bing ones. And also, Bing is a relatively new search engine, so the number of web pages it fetches is far lesser than the Google. But still, you get an idea on what it is. And this is the total size of the web page. Well, the index web contains at least 4.76 billion pages as of now. Well, that's all, folks, for now. We'll, these are my references, and if you have any doubts, please let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them in my comments. Thank you. Have a good night.